to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Eric Frank.
And we are live here at the CTV Sports Studios in Wellington, Florida. We're at the Grand Champions Polo Club today for continuing action in the 2023 World Polo League Founders Cup. 26-hole polo. And Jan-Eric Frank, it looks like a beautiful day in southern Florida. Let's talk about the players.
Absolutely, it is another glorious day. So let's get straight down to the introduction of the two teams. Brookshire, of course, in orange, led by the number one there, Bautista Alessandrini. He's coming in off 1 goal, playing today for Scott Wood. At number 2, the man from Chile, Pipe Vecellino, the 7 goal. And then, of course, you just saw him in your screens a few seconds ago, the 10 goaler. That is Polito Pierres. And at number 4, of course, right now to see very good in your on your screens, Hero de Carril playing off 8 goals. Pampa Norte Biotricity, great to see him back in the saddle as always. Wakas Al-Sadiq playing at number 1 off 0 goals. At number 2, Facundo Losa, the first of the 2 7-goalers in that team. And then, of course, Magu Leprida playing the number 3 position of 8 goals. Pedro Falabella, the second 7-goaler in that team, playing the number 4 position. The 2 mounted officials this morning are Pepe Araja and Esteban Ferrari, and as always, pitch side or field side, we have the very young and very talented Mr. Steve Lane. Good morning to you, sir.
You got it. We're back to the challenge system today here in the World Polo League. So each team will receive a challenge, 1 per half, and all the triggers are in place, and the umpires will use the cameras and all the angles to check to see if a goal is scored, check to see when the ball goes out of bounds at the end of the field or on the side, wherever. Especially with the cop, a change of possession, where, sometimes the ball will bounce off a horse. And if it does go off a player's horse, then the opposing team does get the possession. Good shot there of Wakas, getting mounted up on a beautiful little chestnut pony here in his first chucker. Looks like 139 there on the tattoo. And also remember, the triggers can be used to check to see if a goal is scored. That's probably one of the biggest ones. You always remember, anytime we have a ride-off, and that helps out the mounted officials on some plays when 2 4-legged athletes come together on a ride-off, or 2 2-legged athletes get in a sword fight or come together on a play, and it's a little difficult to tell which player maybe created the danger, and they can check. And also, we have the umpire trigger in place when the umpires disagree on a call. And that has been a fabulous, another kind of interesting setup there. Looks like Magula Prida put a little water on his saddles. Some players do that. They like to get a big hug from his trainer. And some players like to do that, yeah. Make it a little stick, maybe more to like stick them.
Yep. It's interesting to see that because, as we said that many times, polo players are probably...
gave it a love to...
Polo players are probably the most superstitious sportsmen that I've ever come across.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, they really are. And I don't know where that came from or where that's come from. It goes down to when you see them sometimes on the pony lines or when they get ready. Do they put on their left boot first? Do they put on their right boot first? Do they, most polo players have their own little scenario. I mean, I actually got caught up in it as well, but I'm generally relatively superstitious.
Yeah, I never got caught up in it. All I got caught up in was scoring goals.
Is that right?
That was again.
Okay.
You know what they say? The team with the most goals wins.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I didn't get that memo.
You know what rule that is?
I never got that.
You know what rule that is, right?
Memo Gracida?
That's Rule 18.
Rule 18?
Yeah, do you remember the clothing line?
Yes.
That's what it was.
Really?
Yes, sir. That's why. First shot of the game here, they break out, Brookshire. Yeah, the old Rule 18 clothing line was based on the rule that says the team with the most goals wins. That was Rule 18 in the Blue Book. I think it's gone to Rule 19 now, believe it or not, that rule.
Right.
But back in the day it was.
So here we go then. 4 goals, as you can see on your screens, given to Biotricity. Remember, they're coming in off 22 goals. Brookshire with Bautista Alessandrini playing off 1. Playing for Scott Wood, who would normally be off 0 goals. They, of course, with that extra goal coming in of 26 goals. And as Dale was just saying, first ball had been thrown into play. Now let's see how these two teams fare here on this, as you said, Dale, beautiful Wednesday morning here in southern Florida. We are, as Dale said, in or at Grand Champions Polo Club, another amazing looking field here, field number 4. as we go back to the action, and we saw Waqas Al-Sadiq there trying to pick up his first touch and his first ball of the game. I'd like to also welcome everybody who's, of course, down there at field number 4 watching this WPL game. But now, Pedro Falabella for Pampa Norte Biotricity sends another deep ball up to the front door. A little bit too short there for Waqas Al-Sadiq to do anything with. Brookshire will pick it up deep in their own half and turn defense into offense.
Yeah, Paulito Pierre is now looking for the outlet pass, and we talk about Harold De Carrillo going forward, and I'm a big fan of it. It looks like they're going to use that a bit more early, and he gets a lot done when he does. Look at this. He's going to get a good shot at goal here. Harold, watch this. There you go. That's how easy it is. Whoa. Man, P.V. Virgilino there had a little bit of a spin. And look, he's okay. I think he's all right. We'll take a look at it. Here's your replay here. But Harold looking for Pepe, and then they just stop and then just fire one. And this kid, man, he has been solid coming from the number 4 position. Yeah, and I think we've talked a lot about that team. I'm a true believer in this team. And you might see a lot of it because Paulito's such a great strategist as a captain. And Paulito, probably one of the best players in the red zone, 60 yards going in with the ball. You know, his ball control. When I was with Alejandro Nemesio Estrada here in the studios, he talked a lot about his strength with the polo ball, just how good he is with it. And if you send Hero in, Del Carrillo, then it kind of switches it around and gives Paulito more opportunities closer to the goal, like I would say, like 100 yards out to work his magic instead of being way back like 200, 250. So we'll see what happens. It seems worked out here on a very good power pole play to get their first goal today.
Ball back in play, but this time the team in white, Pampa Norte Biotricity, winning this throw-in. Remember, we'll be bringing you the stats, of course, at halftime now. Then let's see if Magula Prida can restore, which he does very quickly, that 4-goal advantage. First goal, and a great goal here by the number 4 player, Pedro Falabella.
Both teams here, and that's going to go to Magoo.
Beg your pardon, Magoo.
Yeah, Magoo worked it out there. Pedro's there in the back. But look at pretty much similar shot that Del Carrillo took. And there it is. Harrow's going back, but Magoo very quick to get out in front there to match it 1-1. Remember, you want to see this, the Pampa Norte Biotricity team. We haven't seen them capitalize yet on that. Their 3 and 4 goals they've been getting. And today they're doing it. They're trying to extend that lead. You remember when you're looking, they're going to get a couple here. No, Hero gets back. Nice back shot looking for Polito.
Yeah, a little unlucky there for Cundalosa, winning another throw in here for Pampa Norte Biotricity. And I think that's going to come down to exactly that. La Prida, on the other hand, having already scored one, looking for his second goal of the match, and he's managed to get himself nicely untangled. Here comes the under the neck, bang, and straight as you like. Goal number 2 for Magoo Prida.
Yeah, Magoo. And the little chestnut horse that he just rode out on, because they have not got to having had a courtesy change. But watch this little thing scoot right through there. He just gets right by Ursulino, and then he has open space. Del Carrillo, good read. Harold tried to go for the block there. He went to play goalie. What else are you going to do? It's a little bitty mare. And I like the placement of the ball here. Magoo, knowing that Del Carrillo's there, he placed it behind him. Not an easy shot with 2 players in front, but look at this. Biotricity capitalizing on that handicap.
Yeah, and once again, well, they nearly won that first throw-in. Brookshire now being a little bit more attentive here. Picked up by the number 4, by Del Carril. He will leave that one for Polito. And this is where you were saying, Del, dangerous when he gets into that red zone. And he's also in a position to take a long-distance shot. And there he goes up to the front door. Didn't quite have the power he was hoping. In front of goal, Del Carril will finish it off. That's how you play polo.
And working well there again. Sending Del Carril, giving Polito the ball where he's comfortable. And that's from the 100 yards in. And then he just puts it down in there. He had Pipe coming from one side, which is perfect. And then Del Carril going forward. I'm a true believer in it. He's solid when he goes to goal. Bad luck there by Magoo. He almost had a clearing shot. And Losa was there, but Del Carril just keeps his focus on the ball and finishes that one off. And here we go. So 6-2. Remember, 4-goal handicap given to the Pampa Norte Biotricity team, being a 22-goal team against a 26-goal team with Bautista. And a big shout out to Scott Wood Hope you can see you soon, Scott, back here with your Brookshire team. Scott loves the high goal. Loves playing high goal polo.
Yeah, he does. But not only does Scott, I mean, all the patrons, all the sponsors, I think, so far, Dale, and of course, we've already got one tournament behind us. She seems so quickly that the time is going. We're now in the Founders Cup. Now, of course, the man who I had in the studio yesterday when you were out on the field, very nice guy, Nito Uranga, and he's going to be making his debut appearance in the Palm Beach Open, playing for Aspen Valley alongside Nacho Figueres, Max Charlton, and great to see him back at the WPL, our friend Sugar Erskine.
Oh, good. So Max is playing out there. It's great. He played in the 12 goal the other day. And, yeah, Nito has actually been helping us at the polo school also, which reminds me, if you want to learn how to play polo, you never know who will show up at the polo school during the World Polo League. So it's a lot of fun to come down and take a lesson because Juan Bellini, Director of Operations, well, we have opportunities for some of the high goalers. They'll show up when they're all working out at the beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm and the polo school, which is directly across the street of the Santa Rita Polo Farm. All right, on the give and go, Pedro, and he's going to find Losa. That's going to go a little bit too far. Backed up cleanly here by Del Carrillo. And once again, they're definitely using number 4 going forward. People trying to work this one out. Wakasa says, you got it. Here comes Magoo.
Yeah, takes the ball away from those orange shirts. Gets a bit of a bump there from Pipe Vecellino. Now, the umpires, of course, will have blown on that. Let's have a look at that again.
I'm not sure if he comes back. Does he turn it back inside or if he? Yeah, he said, I don't know if he. The line, I don't know if he moved that ball. That's what the one thing I have to look at was how that, where they'll take a look at, how did the ball move? Was the ball moved quickly enough? Was it not moved? Because sometimes remember we talked about the line of the ball moving. Sometimes players moving before the line does.
Yes.
Sometimes the ball gets moved, vice versa. That's what they'll look at here to decide, which player was creating the danger. Was a player. And they'll go against the orange here. So they'll go ahead and move this one down. Just a couple things the umpires are looking for on the field.
So a little under 2.5 minutes left to play here in this first chukka. And two gentlemen that very much stood out. Del Carril, the number 4 player at Brookshire, scoring twice. And Magula Prida also hitting the target on 2 occasions. And this could now be a chance for Pampa Norte Biotricity to extend their lead from 4 to 5 goals.
Yeah, I like that they came out strong, here early. And you can see Magoo came out on a little, I call a little scooter, some of the smaller, handier horses, control horses. And he definitely got, he got 2 goals on her. So it was definitely a horse that he is comfortable on.
Well, it would look like the initial penalty was being moved. You can see there the number 2 player, Facundo Losa, just...
Okay, so we have a challenge on the play.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, they challenged it. Yep, I was going to talk about it right now after he hits here. So a very good challenge by the Biotricity, the Pampa Norte Biotricity team. They challenged the ball placement. It was at a 4.
Yeah.
They shut it. They thought it should be a 3 based on a danger, and they're correct.
Which means they, of course, retain their challenge.
They retain their challenge. So a very good challenge here by the Pampa Norte Biotricity team. And so well done. That's the perfect way to use it, And that was a good play to challenge just because it was a little danger. You had contact there. And so well done. They will retain their challenge, and they had an opportunity there. They get a goal out of it because instead of hitting a 4, they had to hit a 3. Back to the action.
And once again, the boys in orange. Del Carril will pick this one up, leaves it behind. He knew he had. There he is, Pipe Vecellino behind him, playing a very clever 2-man rotation. There is the pass out to the right-hand side. He was looking for Del Carril. He couldn't quite pick that one up. So once again, La Prida will turn defense into offense. Runs into a little bit of traffic there. Del Carril wanted a piece of it. Once again, the umpires having to stop the action here with just a little over a minute left to play.
Yeah, Kirsch's going to hit this one down. Magoo bounces off a player right here. Estevan gets out of the way. And you have Sierra come right in behind there, riding in from behind to steal that ball. Del Carrillo had the back shot. Magoo rides in from behind. So they'll go from the spot. Good riding there by Esteban Ferrari to get out of the way of the group. Coming down, I umpired all day yesterday with Esteban in the 12 goal. We had an amazing 12 goal game yesterday too, Yan.
Yeah, you said.
We were very busy at CTV Sports yesterday, so you were watching the Founders Cup game, but we had a great and congratulations to Novo, who ended up winning it, but it was a really tight game. I mean, that 12 goal was like 18 pole again, and being in the middle of it was amazing. It's a lot of fun to be back on the four-legged athlete. Here comes Del Carrillo, and he'll probably shoot this one about 80 yards out.
Very unlucky, just going wide, but a cracking good shot there from Del Carrillo. He's another one of those players who I'd like to see at least attempt. We haven't so far, Dale, which is quite astounding. We haven't seen, which of course was agreed here by the tournament committee, the 2-point conversion. Remember, that means that the ball has to be just beyond the halfway line. And if a player takes a shot from anywhere in the field and it's beyond that halfway line and scores, he automatically wins 2 points.
Yeah, we haven't seen that. I'm surprised we got a big ball. We have some close ones. Del Carrillo almost had one, and I think Heta, we talked about the one Heta had a big run right here as they opened it up and shot on goal. Losa, yeah, that's why you fire one through. Good shooting there by Facu Loza. I like how he set up perfect now, just drove that one. They've been shooting well.
They have. And not only that, look at that. What was a 4-goal advantage has very quickly turned into a 6-goal advantage here in this first chukker. So great to see how strong Pampa Norte Biotricity have come out in this first chukker. And with that final play, with that goal from Alosa, that brings us to the end of chukker number 1. So 4 goals to 2 scored, 8 goals to 2 as far as the overall score is. Make sure you stick with us. Join us here when we come back for chukker number 2 of the Founders Cup 2023.
Happy to be back in town, playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best fields.
So we're going to start the season a full power horse.
Just happy to be back in Florida. It's hometown. Looking forward on getting back on these amazing fields.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. To the World Polo League host Mark and Melissa Ganzi, I would like to congratulate the both of you for the opening of 2023 polo season in Florida. Thank you also for welcoming my best friend Mikey Romero and his Global Port team to the Grand Champions Polo Club to compete in the highest level of polo in North America. I wish you all the best of luck during this season, and God willing, I can come and visit Florida to meet you also and cheer for our Global Port team. God bless everyone. Stay safe. Know that God is good all the time. Thank you. Mabuhay.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. Looks like we have all the players lined up, ready to go. Our 2-mile officials, Pepe, right, and Esteban Ferrari. Looks like Esteban's bowling in here in the first half. Welcome. If you guys just joined us, Pampa Norte with Waqas Al-Sadiq, Pedro Falabella, Facundo Loza, and Magula Prida. They're in the white jerseys this morning. And Brookshire with Bautista, Al-Sandini, filling in for Scott Woods, and then Polito Pierres, Pipe Virgilino, and El De Khalil. And, well, 4-goal start, Yan, on their handicap. And this is the best game that we've seen Pampa Norte Biotricity really capitalized early on that handicap.
They have indeed, and not only that, they also came up with 4 goals to add to that 4. A hat-trick coming from Magula Prida, scoring twice out of regular play and then converting a penalty 3, but also Facundo Losa picking up a goal, an early goal here in that first chukker. So, yeah, you can tell, you can feel literally that they mean business. And just now, as that first ball was thrown in, you saw once again they'd won the throw-in. There was a shot coming from Losa which just went wide, which could have easily made it 9 goals to 2. And again, you can see, they are fighting for every ball. There comes the near side back shot now. Then you've got a man in front of goal who will, of course, have easy pickings with that. Nice little backhand. So Polito Pierres, the 10-goaler, picking up his first goal here in this match.
Yeah, great give and go here by Harold de Carrillo. He knew exactly where Polito was. He places that ball just in a spot where Polito is going to have no problem at all. Great give and go, good communication. Polito just takes his time right here. Couple taps, once, twice, 3 times. But Lady finishes that off. He gets first goal of the second half. Second chukker, I apologize.
So ball back in play over on the far side, but they have it again. The Whites are winning another throw-in. This time it'll be the man with the number 2, Facundo Losa. He will leave that one. Yeah, a little bit not quite clean. Comes back. Here we go then. Magula Prida doing everything right. Look at that. He's got 2 to choose from. Yeah, he's going to leave that one to come through. Steal in front of goal. Well, he's appealing as Del Carril stole that one, but the umpire's saying, you carry on playing now then, Del Carril. Up to the boards. A little cut shot, keeps it in play. Brings it over that halfway line. Here we go. Over through the middle. And a good bit of defensive play here by the number 4. And once again, look how they are working it hard here, winning that ball back. A lot of open running and gunning here from both teams. I'm liking the way this game is unfolding. Pampa Norte Biotricity, and they've got to be careful. Another steal. That's what he did just a few moments before. Del Carril, you cannot leave him unattended. Nicely controlled, turns it back around. Here we go once again. Brookshire trying to get that ball out of their own half. That's a good play over on the far side. Pierres looking for his number 1. Bautista, Alessandrini, not able to control it. But he's done well. A little deflection. And he got lucky there, but a cracking play here by Brookshire. And Bautista picks up his first goal of the offer.
Great play here by Bautista. He hits it back to the inside, gets her just in time in front of Magoo. And a super strong finish by Alessandrini, and that was nice. Power polo by both teams. That was going around at full speed. They made a full 2 laps around the field, both teams, before the goal was scored, but that was fun to watch. They have opened it up, and hence the courtesy change at a perfect time. They ran it for a good 3.5 minutes there at full speed. No fouls. Wide open.
Indeed. So, enjoying this game very much. Remember, we've got our second, and you don't want to miss that one this afternoon. Also in bracket 1, of course, Kaya Polo. Kaya Polo, who made their debut this year with Larry Austin, Lirin Zubiari, and they've got the 10-goaler Sapo Cassette and Santi Toccolino. Well, they're with 2-0, as are Richard Mill with the Brazilian Gilberto Sayao. Then Gonzalita Pierres, Pablo McDonough, of course, Alejandro Nevija Estrada. That will be coming on your screens this afternoon, 4 p.m.
Big game, huh?
Big game.
That big game is send whoever wins goes to the semis?
Correct.
You don't want to miss that one. That's a good matchup right here. These two teams, they got edged out of their games, couple games, right there. They're in the hunt. We, always the Pampa Norte Biotricity always in the hunt. And they just got edged out of a few games. And same thing with the Brookshire team. He's had a little bad luck on a few of their games. So, and as you said, as the World Polo League gets hotter and hotter and hotter, as the tournaments go on, these teams get so cohesive. And we're seeing that right now. And here are the two teams that had the lowest records, but they are playing very strong polo today, both of them, preparing themselves for the next tournament.
Which, of course, will be coming up after this Sunday's final of the Founders Cup, the Palm Beach Open. That is the next big one. Then we got the Tommy Hitchcock Memorial, and then, of course, the Triple Crown. And after that, Dale, middle of April, or towards the end of April, we all head down. Where do we go again?
Vamos a la playa, down to the beach, South Beach. Check your tickets. go-to event, World Polo League, World Beach Polo Championships down in South Beach. And that's a big weekend, too, because we have the Triple Crown. That's just a lot of fun. You can kind of gather. You got to do a couple weeks here, Southern Florida, see some great polo, great weather during that time. On the move on the far side after our currency change, it's going to be Versalino.
Pipe with a nice long drive downfield, looking for an orange shirt. Well, he did very well. Again, you see, this is what is so amazing about this this World Polo League. The precision of those passes are absolutely phenomenal. Versalino, they're having the choice of two, but now Pampa Norte Biotricity will turn things around nicely. De Carril will be the first man to pick up this ball, as you like to call him, the Secretary of Defense. There he is. Just taking his time, sends it out to the left-hand side. Yeah, that's another perfect pass, and it's going to be met by, I beg your pardon, by Polito Pierres, just toying a little bit there with Laprida. Now the shot, and, oh no, there was a deflection. Well, he's going to get a second chance in front of goal. In comes Pipe, couldn't get his mallet down in time, but of course, Hero del Carril, he will not waste an opportunity like that, picking up his third goal here in Chucker number 2.
And as we talked about earlier today with the Brookshire team, using Polito when he gets 100 yards from goal, one of the best guys in the world, best players in the world when it comes to ball control. That's just good communication there. Unselfish polo by Pipe Versalino. Watch him. He leaves the ball, goes to Falabella, leaves it for Del Carrillo for the finish. Good teamwork there.
Very good.
Bautista doing his job in the front. And you have all of them just working hard. Polito, so good with the ball. And then you get Pipe to fall in line and take a man out. And the man who started to play, Del Carrillo, finishes it.
But interesting twist here, Dale. If you look at Chucker number 1, Pampa Norte Biotricity, 4 goals to 2 by Brookshire. At the moment, it is 3 goals to 0 for Brookshire. So an up and down here. And they are working hard. Once again, Losa trying to lose or shake that number 4, Del Carril. He will leave it behind for Polito Pierres. Pierres now, he's got a man right in front of him. He needs to be careful not to, of course, cross that line. He'll wait till he gets to the same height there with the number 4, Falabella, before he goes in for the ride-off. Left behind once again for Del Carril. Del Carril, nice little switcheroo here. Good set team play. Polito Pierres. Yeah, just wants to center that ball a little bit before he goes for the shot. There comes that shot. It was an under the neck. Didn't quite go the way or the distance he wanted, but he's going to just stroke that one in very, very nicely. So Polito Pierre is picking up his second goal, and that makes it 4 goals to 0, Dale. What a turnaround here for Brookshire.
Yeah, what a chucker they are having. This second chucker has been all Brookshire. And again, Polito, once he gets the ball around 100 yards going in, you need to be careful, because he will work his magic. The Swiffer, my wife calls him. It looks like he's sweeping the floor when he runs with it. He's just so smooth with the polo ball. And that was one thing that Alejandro Strada gave up to him. He's just so good with the ball. You really got to go to the man hard. That'll end our second chucker play. So we'll go ahead and get everybody on some fresh ponies here. And we'll be back for our third chucker. Stay with us.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And we're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 4, here for the World Polo League Founders Cup. And as you said, Jan, Pampa Norte Biotricity, they capitalized on their 4-goal handicap early, but what a chucker by Brookshire in the second chucker.
Absolutely. I mean, once again, I'm looking at my score sheet here, Dale. They scored 4 goals against the 2 from Brookshire in that opening chucker. Chucker number 2, it's nearly gone the reverse because Brookshire scored 4, but Pampa Norte didn't score any.
Surprisingly, because they answered a very strong chucker. And look at, they're going to come out here. They're going to come out hard, though. Magoo gets his team lined out. He's a great captain. Here comes Loza.
On the near side, good pick up here, nice touch. Well, that's exactly what they wanted, to come out, as you said, very strong. But you know what, Dale, maybe, I'm just going to put it out there, maybe that's part of their strategy to give to create a false sense of security. You know?
I mean, possibility, maybe changing horses around too. Remember with the Kersey change, Brookshire, after not picking up, not winning the first chucker, might have switched some horses around and came out on some strong horses. Paulito was definitely mounted up very well, that chucker. He scored 2 goals from the field, but a great chucker by them. I mean, Bautista scored 1. They mixed it up well. Harrell scored 1. Just a good chucker by the boys in the orange jerseys for chucker number 2.
And with 6:39 on the clock, a whistle just after that ball had been released in again on the throw-in. 2 mounted officials just verifying with each other, comparing notes, how they saw it, Pepe Araja and Esteban Ferrari.
Remember, both teams still have challenges. We had a very strong challenge in the first chucker. Successful challenge by Pampa Norte Biotricity. Commend them on a very strong challenge. It was a penalty 4, and they thought it should have been 3 based on danger. I had the opportunity to speak with our IRO/third man, and he agreed. He thought it was a great call. They thought 4, which wasn't a bad placement. Was not. But when you think it over, based on the contact, it was a good one to move, and they won their challenge. So both teams still retain challenges here in the third chucker if needed.
Ball is now back in play. We had another throw-in, very quickly taken. Del Carril will leave this one for Paulito Pierres. As you said, Dale, you don't want to give that man too much room to work in. And here we go on the counter-attack. Very quick. A little snapshot up to the front door now. Then Paulito Pierres going back in defense up against Magula Prida. He tried to steer that one in towards that goal mouth on the near side. A bit of a tricky angle. Now then, did that ball go over the back line before the appeal for a foul came?
Yeah, just over the end line. And, escorted off the field by Harrell. Smart play. Trickled across the end line, actually. But he was right there. He hit the back shot. That's why he had his mallet up ready to go. Kind of he was locked and loaded, but then great play to let it go. All right, Paulito on the outlet pass.
Yeah, a lot of room again given to the Tengola. Just pointing to where he wants that teammate to be. Once again, the rotation working really well. Del Carril not able to pick this one up. In comes flying out of nowhere the number 4, Pedro Falabella. Not able to control it. Del Carril might get a second chance here. But again, Falabella cleaning up there at the back. But we had a whistle.
You get a whistle. And using the same plan here, by using Del Carril going forward. I mean, we've been looking at his large number on the back of his. Yeah, you got a couple fouls there. They'll see which one they choose. Looked like got caught behind the saddle a little bit by Magoo, but that one you got to watch out because one player's going from right to left, from left to right. The other player's going from right to left, but then they kind of picked that ball out front of him. So we'll see what our mounted officials decide. And, well, they've mixed this up a few times, and Paulito's taken a lot of shots. First game it was Virgilino, when he was on. He was. I don't think he missed one, did he?
Nope.
And then Paulito took him the next time, and he was very successful. And now they're going to go back to Pipe. And I love when this guy's hitting penalty shots. He is solid as a rock. One of the best penalty shooters I've seen in a long time. I don't want to jinx him at all, but he shoots the ball very well. Dead center, and he'll be shooting those 60s. I think last year is when he really impressed us in the 12 goal and in the high goal in the World Polo League. Super nice guy. Great energy on the polo field. We had the opportunity to watch Pipe play and be a part of what he does up at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. He played up there with Alsos, with Alessia Zeidler, and she had a lot of fun up there.
Yeah, she was she was there on Sunday for our featured game of the week, and very, very happy to be back at Grand Champions Polo Club, enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the quality and the level of polo being played here. So, and she, of course, one of many of our lovely ladies that we have here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Well, Waqas Al-Sadiq trying to do something with that ball, but let's look at the scoreline here. 9-7, Dale, 1 goal apiece. So they've managed to keep Brookshire a little bit at bay. Yeah, and there you saw Waqas Al-Sadiq.
Yeah, just coming from right to left there. He needs the belly out a little more. He could go make that play. Just needs to get to the line and then belly back to the right. And just bought him, I think, Waqas. He has his own little polo farm here in Wellington, Florida. So he works out a lot. He loves the game of polo. He's another fun guy to be around, and he's got big energy, and he brings his Pampa Norte Biotricity team. Whoa, what a hook there by Magoo.
Yeah, what a great run by Del Carril. Once again, playing that rotation strategy over on the boards now with the number 2, Losa. Yeah, that does look like a little bit of a traffic jam going on there. But again, Del Carril very quickly snaps one up to the front door now then. We've seen this on a few occasions. We saw it going towards the east field earlier on, where Paulito Pierres hammered and under the next shot. This time a little bit, not quick enough to get to the ball. Pampa Norte Biotricity will not wait for a written invitation. That's a nice pass to Waqas Al-Sadiq. Waqas, can he finish it on the near side? Well, he read it well. Unlucky there for Waqas.
Nice try, huh?
Very nice try and a great pass. The pass in itself was already top draw.
Yeah, all 4 players touched that ball. Yeah, it started out at the bottom with Magoo, went over to Losa to Falabella, and Falabella to Waqas. Good teamwork.
Once again, Del Carril will clear it. Not cleared it far enough. Turned very quickly on the spot here. Laprida leaves it now for Losa. Losa tries to avoid the challenge that came in from Bautista Alessandrini. And that ball will just go wide. So, yeah, cracking chucker here. We're going to have our courtesy change, and only 2 goals in it.
Good passing here. As the second chucker, 4 unanswered goals by Brookshire. But here in the third chucker, they have come together very well, the white jerseys and Pampa Norte Biotricity, especially going into the second half, because remember, Bautista Alessandrini, he scored a goal, so Brookshire has their team working in a full 4-player rotation. And now when you get Waqas Al-Sadiq in there having opportunities, and he's had a couple here. He had the one where he kind of crossed over and he got called in a right-of-way violation, but he was still in a great spot, and they're passing. And he's had 2 shots on goal, so he'll get one. He'll end up getting a goal, and that lines that team out. So I like seeing when Waqas is up front pulling the team. Looks like he's mounted very well this season, and riding at a high level. And there's Magoo. He likes to put the water on his saddle there. Make it a little stigma, I guess, a little more keeps him in the saddle.
Yeah. Kind of has a similar effect like Velcro.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I've done it before. I've seen players back in the day. A lot of players like to do it. And some players you ride in different saddles based on a lot of different attire also now with the pants. You know, you can have stuff. Some like it, some don't. It's all the different features of what the players can use. And here we go. So after the courtesy change, they'll go ahead and bring it back in. And outlet pass out to, look like Palito.
Pierres, indeed. The pass coming from the man who's on the ball once again. He doesn't waste any time, but he's going to get blown. There was a whistle on that play as Del Carril started to able to sort of clean up, if you will. Here we go. We look at the play again on the screen. Polito Pierres loses it. And then a steal by Del Carril. But again, I think open shot case there.
Yeah, he moved the ball perfectly a good 5 inches. That's all you need to move. He had the umpire sitting right there so he could actually see that little quick line change. They might go ahead and use a challenge here. And, you know, why not? You got 2:23 on the clock. And, you know.
Risk-reward matrix.
Yeah, risk-reward matrix. Might as well use it. And also gives you a little breather. Give your horse a little breather. And so looks like they did go ahead and blow it. I don't know. Maybe can we take a look at it again? Let me see if we can before they hit this ball. You can kind of see how they. All right, well. Yeah, they're going to have penalty 4-6 yard. But quick line change there.
Now then, who will be stepping up to the plate here? Biotricity, I'm sure, would
yeah, so they would
welcome another goal here.
Uh-huh. So penalty 4 on the right-of-way violation.
It'll be the man with the number 2 on his shirt. There he is, Facundo Losa. It's Pernew into a nice, calm canter. Here we go then. Wow.
Nice.
And look at how it just drops back 15 yards behind the goal. Nicely done by Facundo Losa, picking up his second in this chukker and his first penalty 4 of the game. So a little over 2 minutes left to play here. Be very interesting to see what the stats come up with here, Dale. The shots on goal, because we've had quite a few goals already here in this first half. But it'll be also a question of the throw-ins and the knock-ins.
Well, yeah, a lot of goals. Both teams on track here. Talk about 13. Get ready. You might see 18, 19, 20 in this game. They're scoring goals. Both teams have been shooting very well this morning here on field 4.
So ball's back in play. As you can see on your scoreboard there behind. 1:59 left to 57 now left to play. And the ball is once again picked up by Pipe Vecellino. He gets a bit of pressure. Oh, nice little challenge there from, I thought that, no, it wasn't Wakas, it was the number 3, was Laprida. Now Losa coming in, near side backhand. Del Carril put his stick down. Pipe Vecellino gets a little piece of it, and we have another whistle.
So this will stop the clock here, 10-7. And let's see, we'll take a look at this one, see what they got going on here. Ball's coming down. I think it's turned around here. Oh, it's stolen away. It's actually stopped right there. And to get in favor here of the Brookshire team, which is riding over the top of the ball. Controlled now by Polito.
Pierres, once again, been given and takes the time that he's been given. Look at that. He leaves 2 players behind, creating a nice open space for him to play in. El Carril tucks in nicely behind. He looks over his shoulder just to make sure that he's there. Well, he was, but he got taken out of the equation there by Pampa Norte's defense. Very good. Now then, did he cross the line here? There was an appeal, but the umpire's whistle stays silent. Ball goes back down into Brookshire territory. Vecellino, yeah, just in the nick of time, got a piece of that. Once again, left at the feet of Polito Pierres. And look at that three-man chain of defense there from Pampa Norte Biotricity. Just waiting for the opportune moment there. Facundo Loza to put his mallet down, but Polito Pierres on the near side. Can he pick this one up behind? Oh, a little under the neck. Sure, well, you said it. He is so quick on the ball. And what a cracking goal for Polito Pierres.
Yeah, this is amazing. Polito, he gets around here like this. You see him go around like that. And then the finish right across there, and that was just unbelievable. Great job on the keeping it out in front of Falabella. We know how strong Falabella is when it comes to being a defensive player here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our stats for the first half. Yeah.
Indeed. So that, as you said, brings us to the end of the first half. Again, 2 goals apiece. So relatively even Stevens, but here they are then, your halftime stats.
10-8 at first one in. Pretty close. You're going to see this. Shots on goal. 10 by the Brookshire. Biotricity 9. That makes sense. Knock-ins. There you go. This is what's been the best part of the game is they've not missed a goal that much. Both teams are shooting in the high, the 80s, 90s. You know, they're doing very well. Throw-ins back and forth. Biotricity's got a little edge there on the Bullens. And then fouls committed. Biotricity fouling a few more times because you can see the goals being scored by the Biotricity team from the penalty line. And one Brookshire won. So some of those fouls, Jan, more penalty 5s from the spot. And those don't hurt you as much. Remember, there's just goal shot penalties. You have to be careful from the penalty 4s, 3s, and 2s. When we start seeing a lot of those, the teams have been edging teams out. So, anything in the middle of the field, you just got to have a big, strong sign. All right, so we'll stay with us. We are just going to go to a little halftime break, and we'll be back here at the Grand Canyon Polo Club. Field number 4 for our second half of the World Polo League Founders Cup.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them.
We back.
And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
Yeah.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. And if you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history.
Shoemaker sitting perfectly still. He hasn't touched this magnificent colt, and here comes the finish.
And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything that I ever dreamed of.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. Very different being up in the mountains, but I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I mean, I feel like it's home. You know, we've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. I mean, it's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Foot golf is a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, "Have you tried it?" I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the US Open are the 2 top US tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
We were excited to start. The field was amazing. We knew that it was a really tough team that we had against. Mark always puts a really strong team in the field, and it was Gilberto's first game, tournament and everything, so happy that he did good. I used to play a lot with Pablo when I was younger. We were cousins and we played a lot of kids tournament together until we played the Open together. Then a few years we play against each other, and now we had the opportunity to play back again, and it feels really good. I have a lot of connection, and with Alejandro I played last year here with Melissa. He's a great defender, a great back. He plays really simple. He understands the game really good, so he makes things simple. And Gilberto, I think he had a really good game. Yeah, I think yes. Well, this is a single elimination tournament, so winning today was keeping one foot in the tournament. So it was really nice now that we have another game in the weekend to keep playing, and yes, a lot of fun.
Good morning and welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank.
And we're live here in the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida, and we're going to go back to the Grand Champions Polo Club to field number 4 for our second half of the World Polo League Founders Cup. Good shot of Pedro Falabella there. Jan, let's just meet the players one more time. Maybe there's some some new patrons just join us for the second half today.
I'd be delighted to. Well, let's start then off with Pampa Norte Biotricity. The man in your screens, as you just said, that is Pedro Falabella playing, as you can see, the number 4. Playing off 7 goals. His number 3, or the number 3 in that team, Magu Laprida. Remember, Magu Laprida scored a hat-trick in the first chukker. He comes in off 8 goals. At number 2, Facundo Losa. He's also scored a hat-trick, but he sort of split it up a little bit. He scored once in the first and twice in the third. And Wakas Al-Sadiq, the gentleman, playing at number 1 of 0 goals. And he's had a couple of very, very good runs and a couple of very good chances as well. I'm pretty sure we will see him step up his game in the second half. The orange team then, by the name of Brookshire, coming in today for Scott Wood. We've got Bautista Alessandrini playing off 1 goals. And he's done a good job as well, scoring in that second chukker. He hit the target very nicely. Number 2, the man from Chile, always smoking hot, Pipe Vecellino, converting a penalty 2 in chukker number 3. But then Polito Pierres, of course, watching the maestro, with also 3 goals to his name. Twice he hit the target in chukker number 2, once in chukker number 3. And the other man, the third, all good things come in Threesdale, that is Hero de Carril, also with a hat-trick, twice in chukker number 1 and 1 goal in chukker number 2.
Yeah, so international rules, tournament conditions. I'll bowl in on Pepe Araya right here in front of us, right in front of your center cam. So you're going to get good shots of the bowl-in here for the second half. And, well, Pampa Norte said it came out very strong. First chukker was the best first chukker we've seen them play this season here, the 2023 World Polo League. And but Brian, the Brookshire team, they come fighting back. So second half action, we'll see what happens here in the fourth chukker. Picked up now by Pipe.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky because Wakas was going up. Pampa Norte Biotricity had the ball. And once again, very solid defensive play here by the boys in orange. And now then, let's see if this young man, the 1 goal, Bautista Alessandrini, can pick up his second goal of the match. He's got the pass. He's got Wakas Al-Sadiq coming behind him. And Wakas did do an upper. Wow, what a shot. Did you see that? Hero del Carril opens his shoulders, sends one. Oh, I'd like to see that one again. A cracking goal here by Del Carril. Here we see the approach on goal. Slightly overcooked it. Now, on your left of the screen, look at that. Absolutely top class.
Yeah, that's a brilliant shot. A great run here by Bautista. Pulling the team perfectly. Gets it down there right about 3-4 yards in front of goal. And as you said, Del Carril with an amazing finish. Not an easy shot when you got to open that ball up to the right side, shooting at about 6 to 8 inches of goal. He put it right in the middle. You know, when the bowl in here, they come together, and they're going to get an iron call on the play, and it's going to be Del Carril.
Once again on the move, just avoids that first play and leaves this one now for Pierres. Pierres on a very fast pony. Look at that, going straight through. He's going to, well, he was going to try and send that one straight through the uprights. A little deflection of that shot from Pipe Vecellino. But once again, and for me, one of the strongest players out there this, well, it is still this morning. We're just coming up to noon, is that man, Del Carril.
Wow. He is hot. And now he's showing you a different side. He's just going to shut it down here from about, well, 80, 100, well, 100, about 100, at least 100 yards because the 60's right there. He's going to get the high flag. So he shows you the finesse side of Del Carril on the west end, and then he shows you the power side on the east side.
He does indeed, and with those two back-to-back goals, he's brought his team right back into this. They are level, both now in double figures, 10 goals apiece. Just bear in mind, of course, that Pampa Norte were given 4 goals on handicap. And now let's see how they will react, because it looks like they were stung here and stunned by Brookshire coming out so strong here in the first chukker of our second half. There is the under the next shot there from Laprida. Looking for Wakas Al-Sadiq. Couldn't pick it up. Once again, Pipe Vecellino deep in his own half. He will pick this one up and run with it. Here we go. A nice little bit of ball magic by the man from Chile, but a good hook coming in from Losa, stopping things. And once again, the ball ends at the feet of Del Carril. He will drill a long, long ball. He really smoked that one down the field. Again, the precision passing as we've come accustomed to here, not only at the World Polo League, but also very much here in this Brookshire and Pampa Norte Biotricity team. Pierres over the heads of all the players, but it just goes out to the left-hand side.
Yeah, Brookshire very comfortable here. I like the rotation. As you said, Bautista, El Sandini doing a great job pulling the team, but then the three-man behind, PB doing a lot of work on the inside today. You know, making those hooks, making those bumps, doing the dirty work, as they say, you know. And then you get Polito comfortable. And like I said, I think his comfort zone for me is everything from center field in. And if you can get him 100 yards in, then he's just a destroyer. And we're using Del Carrillo going forward here, and with Polito using those little outlet passes and Del Carrillo going forward, he's been bringing it downfield. It's a great rotation. I think it's the trademark of their team if they play like that. If they get that down, this team can win any one of the next couple tournaments, and they're doing it well today. On the other side, Pampa Norte Biotricity team, they said they came out very strong on the first part. Really, just some missed goals here for them, and that's probably just the difference. They're playing good polo at a 22-goal team. And like you said, keep shooting, the goals will come. So they're getting opportunities to shoot. You saw that on the halftime stats. You know, they missed a goal a few more times. And in these tight games, that comes back. You got to be careful of those. Both teams very clean. We're seeing that a lot in the World Polo League this year, which I commend all the teams. Not turning it into a war from the penalty line. Teams have been lined out and set up to come to the field and trying to keep each team off the penalty line. And with all the great shooters that we have that are playing in this league, in the league, World Polo League this year, you don't want to put them on the penalty line. They, not even just one shooter. Most teams have 2 or 3 goal penalty shooters that can get it done from the penalty line. So great job by all the teams to prepare. 10-10 here in the fourth chukker, and we're back after our Kersey change. It'll be Pedro.
Falabella picks that one up nicely, drills another nice long ball up to the front. Yeah, a little bit too short. He had Wakas Al-Sadiq in his sights there. Turned around once again by Del Carril, and well, we know what he does with the ball when he gets half a chance. Sends it straight back, and what another precision pass here. Pierres will pick that one up on the near side, but you've got to give it to that man, Hero de Carril, not only scoring goals, but also with the assists here, and that was easy pickings for Polito Pierres.
Yeah, Hero's dialed in 5 goals on the day, and then facilitating the ball perfectly to everybody. And look at Polito once again. This is what Alejandro Navija Estrada was talking about, his strength, the ability to do things with that polo ball. And right there you can see taking it out of the air, moving it along on a half volley on the bounce, and then finishing on the near side. And also doing a good job on defense. I mean, you're riding him off. He's right there. This is a very strong goal by Polito, and Polito picked up his 4th of the day.
And with that 4th goal, he has actually put his team into the lead for the first time. So Brookshire took them all of, nearly 3.5 chukkers to get there, taking the lead. Remember that Pampa Norte Biotricity came in with a 4-goal advantage. So Brookshire now all the way. They've won the throw-in once more, turned around by Polito, but a whistle will stop the action here with a little over 2.5 minutes left on the clock in chukker 4.
So the ball bounces out to the right. See how it bounces out right there? And I think you might get a sandwich there. It looked like they came together. 2 players came together. I don't think Polito looked like he had room to turn that ball. Yeah, so it's going to be a sandwich against the Pampa Norte Biotricity team. Just 2 players. Putting one of the Brookshire players in the middle. When Polito ran the turn there, it looked like Magoo was trying to get around with him. And Wakas was riding with his man off, and so just bad timing there. They kind of caught one of the orange jerseys in the middle for a sandwich. Polito was about to run the turn there, so they'll move this down to the 60.
And the man to do the honors, Del Carril. His first attempt at a penalty 4, and unless my eyes have deceived me there, Del, another cracking strike and a penalty 4 converted, and a hat-trick, his second, if you will, goal number 6 here for Hero Del Carril.
Yeah, dialed in and out from the penalty line. He's doing it all today. Offense, defense, hard shots, soft shots, penalty shots. Very strong day by the 8-goaler.
Ball's back in play.
And just slow him up here a little bit.
That's Pepe Arajo wanting a pretty clear passage. Left now for Del Carril. A little chip shot, but a deflection. But that deflection actually has opened up a little gap for him to play with now. Then he's got a man on. Incoming there is Laprida. Magoo will send it back. Once again, great drone footage, of course. Pipe Vercellino, when he saw that, his number 4, Del Carril, was moving in the direction of that goal mouth. Again, a slight little deflection, but you said, Del, and it's absolutely the case here. Very clean. Del Carril having to reach out far, couldn't pick it up. Pipe Vercellino, just the slightest of touches, sends it over to the left where he finds Del Carril, who sends it back to Pipe Vercellino. I like the give and go here between these two players. Ball is still in play. And Polito Pierres, of course, oh, well, he was, I think, caught slightly wrong-footed now on the far side. Laprida for Pampa Norte Biotricity. They could do with a goal. Watch here as Waqas Al-Sadiq goes up, waiting for that pass to come. Here it comes, or maybe not. The little stop, first of all, stopping via Facundo Losa. Little under the neck shot to try and center it to get it in front of that goal mouth. Ball is still alive and in play. And right in front of goal here. Very good defensive positioning and play by Brookshire as now. Let's see if this man, Pipe Vercellino, can run this one up the field. Let's see if we can get what you call a coast-to-coast. Well, that ball also still staying in play. My goodness.
Back and forth. They've been running for over 3 minutes here after the Courage. He's going to take him out to play this chucker out. But what a run here. Maybe they might get one here as Pedro has still his time.
He does indeed. We're down to the last few seconds in chucker number 4. Oh, he's just walking, waltzing through that defense of Brookshire. They probably thought it was at the end of the chucker. But Pampa Norte, and I like that, they will fight and keep fighting right to the very end.
What's amazing polo there, back and forth and back and forth. Both teams, and a good shot of Bautista right there, running and gunning. I love it. So we're going to go to a little break here. Stay with us. We'll be back for our 5th chucker.
The World Polo League, a new breed of polo.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pérez.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pérez.
I'm Alejandro Novilla Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novilla Estrada. I made goals and here back in Aspen.
Here we go. Fifth chucker action. And Jan-Erik Frank, 4 more unanswered goals by Brookshire. We had 4 unanswered goals in the second chucker and now 4 in the fourth.
Yeah, and you know what, Del? I think that is going to probably make all the difference at the end when we tally up the scores here. But I don't think Pampa Norte Biotricity are going to be fazed by that because they are still playing the same passionate game they played from when they came in and scored 4 goals in the first chucker where they beat Brookshire by 4 goals to 2. But you got to give it to Brookshire, of course, the combination of the 3 really. Pippa Vecellina, as you mentioned earlier, working very hard. But for me, so far, the man who's been an absolute, who's made all the difference out there, has been Hero de Carril.
Yeah, we could come together here. You got a couple different plays right there. And probably break this one down while they're checking it out here. Now they're going to go and hit, so we're going to wait. There's a play before. You see the turn play, I'll just break down for you. They're going to might look at it. There was some kind of 2 players riding each other off in front of the turn. So they're going to call that play foul first. So a good call here. And there was an uneven ride-off before Polito rode in there, and you can see the turn play, but that was after. So I like this call here by the Mount officials. They called the foul that was that happened before the turn, and they have the 5A, and that was in favor of Biotricity.
And now it's back to Brookshire, and that man, nice little pass up to the front. Oh, he's hammered that well, but has he hammered it straight? Would be nice to see. He scored 1 goal. He had a great run earlier on when he just fumbled it, but Del Carril put it through the uprights. An incredible goal with that nearly impossible angle. It'd be nice to see Bautista Alessandrini pick up another goal because he has been very effective and very strong here for the Brookshire team.
No, I agree. Alessandrini's been pulling the team, hitting the ball cleanly today. He looks very comfortable. And this is his second game on the horses. So that's going to give him a little edge. And doing a great job.
And now let's see if this man can pick it up. Nicely done. The first touch here from Waqas Al-Sadiq right across the field. They're on the far side.
You're going to get a whistle. And so this came from the left side here. Let's keep it. They're going to right down here. And he's going to come across there and then back up there. And that's where you're going to get the whistle there. Remember, player following the ball has that ball. Player over the right of it. That's what the umpire looked for. He's running down there behind him. He's looking and he's seeing if anyone's coming in from left or right. And they don't get in there and enter that lane, that imaginary line, with a comfortable distance, a safe distance, then you'll get the whistle. But good aggressive play here by Waqas.
A little bit unlucky.
Yeah, and he needs just a little bit faster, or maybe that ball hit a little deeper would have been better for him too. So, but playing against Hero, he reads the plays very well. A little bit of a melee play here. Del Carril will turn it around and then leave it for Vecellina.
Pipe with a nice long high ball up to the front looking for Polito Pérez. Comes back. And another whistle will stop the action with a little over 5 minutes left to play here in the fifth.
Yeah, they come down and Magula pretty just going to ride this one out. Catch them on, or knocking, I'm sorry, no whistle on the play, knocking on her. I thought it was still on the field there, but it's off the field, so they're knocking.
Pampa Norte Biotricity in possession, but look, they're standing very deep now. Then can they find a little gap? Again, intercepted, clever play here, and an incredible eye for the ball. A cut shot, it's hit the post. It's hit the post. We're talking inch, not even, we're talking centimeters here.
Yeah, not an easy shot. I think that ball's going to be closer to the end line, when he actually tries to hit it. So, again, look, hitting at like a 6-inch gap. And remember, those posts are they're good 6 to 8 inches, in diameter. So that's why the players have to hit between the posts, not over the post. That's how they tell, because they are 10 inches in that diameter. And here we go. On a breakaway here, controlled by, Magoo's going to have a breakaway.
Yeah, so here we go. Laprida then. And he's going to outrun Waqas Al-Sadiq. He will be well advised to tuck in behind just for the eventualities that exactly has just happened. Waqas, he got a little bit too close there, but he did the right thing. He backed up Laprida, and that could have or should have really been another goal for Pampa Norte Biotricity.
Yeah, both the last two chuckers, both teams have been running up and down the field, wide open, mouths in the air, and it's going to be Magoo again.
Now then, will he run this one in himself? Waqas will be up there at the front waiting for that ball. He's outplayed Vecellino and Polito Pierres, and now Falabella tries to put the finishing touch on there. The ball is still alive, still on the field, and Del Carril will just clean up things. Send the ball back to where it came from. Will it get through to Vecellino? No, it won't. It'll be Losa. Facundo Losa to pick this one up. So they are working, and they are riding up and down here. Great to see this from both teams.
Okay, so let's keep an eye on this play here with Losa. The ball, did it get kicked or get moved? It looks like, it did get moved across the way like this. And that's what Paulito's talking about. But we'll see what they decide on the move. Another quick line change. And we'll see what they decide. They got a little courtesy change here. As they were all running down there and great little play. This is said Paulito so quick with his mouth, man. Every time he goes with the ball. And I said Alejandro was dead on that when we were. It's fun having Alejandro in the studio. How you enjoyed being with Uranga yesterday?
I did, but I got to tell you, Del, I did miss you.
Oh, I miss you too. But, it's great having the insight of the players,
of course.
And how they see the game, learn the game. And when we left afterwards, I had a great talk with Alejandro, and we learned a lot from him. And they learned a lot from us, and it was good. Being in the studio for them was great because they get to go back to their teams and talk about how everything goes in there with the challenges and all. And then we also got to learn. I get to learn a lot about just the way that they look at things on the field. It was a great educational experience for both people. We have no foul on the play, and I think this is a good call by the umpire. You can see I showed you how Paulito changed that line, so they just bowled that ball in.
And a shot on goal, which went wide. So that means, once again, Brookshire have possession. Quickly taken in here by Del Carril out to the right-hand side. You can see it very nicely on your screens there. A little bit of a steal. Losa. Yeah, not quite yet ready or in the position to open those shoulders. So he goes for the, what do you call it, putt for dough, drive for show, Del?
Drive for show, putt for dough. So like in the game of golf, you hit the big ball to get yourself set up, and then you pull the putter out. Loza's been playing great today, too. I'm enjoying Loza's game. He seemed very dialed in, Loza, and this team's getting better and better. Loza's going to pick up goal number 4. He's got 3 from the field, 1 from the penalty line with a penalty 4. As they said, the Pampa Norte Biotricity team, as the Brookshire team, dialed in, are going to be very dialed in for the Palm Beach Open.
So here we go then, more or less on the halfway line. Pipe Vecellino leaves that one for Del Carril. Now then, Pierres hammers one back up to the front door. That's got Del Carril's name on it, and we know what an incredible eye for the ball he has. It'll be just kept in play, but Falabella will send this one back to where it came from. Vecellino right behind. In comes the challenge, possibly from Pierres. Nice little hook, but it's still in possession for Pampa Norte Biotricity. Falabella. A little kick there, the ball getting kicked back by the pony. But he was coming down that line. He knows it. Now then, Polito Pierres. Look at him facing off against Falabella. Losa leaves it now, gives it back to Laprida. And that's where Pierres was waiting and hovering, and he will pick this one up, open up things nicely. We are down under a minute now left to play here in chucker number 5, and he's going to run this one himself. Polito Pierres outrunning everyone. And now then, the stick work and the finishing touch. Did you see that? Bash, bash, and it was gone.
Yeah, there you go again. Once he starts breaking loose anywhere from center, Polito has been deadly. And this is just great stick work right here. You see how he almost slows the ball down a little bit, then pops it. You know, right there's a little bit of a hop, so he just controls it, gets his horse to go from right to left there. Amazing four-legged athlete here. You see how they change his leads. Horse's front legs there, and then Polito riding right into your living room with another goal. And that will end our fifth chuckers. Here we go. Six chucker action coming up. So get yourself a snack. We'll be right back for our sixth chucker. All right, here we go. Looks like they have them lined up, ready to go for our sixth chucker, a play. Esteban Ferrari going to give that ball back to him. And, well, anybody's match here, Jan.
Still, absolutely, Del. You just said it. It's going to come down to, who gets more possession play here in the sixth and final chucker. And this is what I said earlier, Pampa Norte Biotricity, even when they were down by 2 goals, they just kept fighting, they kept toiling away, and that's paying dividend. And I just like the team spirit here of all
both teams.
Yeah.
Both teams have come out. Remember, both teams are basically out of this tournament based on the records. But, of course, there are many tournaments to be played here for 2023 World Pole League, and we're just getting into the heart of the season. So it's thrilling to see these two teams trying to get their, right to the level they need to be at to win a tournament, and keeping every minute, every game pushing and just doing some great plays. This has been a phenomenal game to watch.
It really has, and you can see by the number of skulls on the screen there, 11-13. It has been an absolute cracking game of polo. Once again, Losa around the outside. Facundo Losa runs into a bit of traffic there. You have Bautista Alessandrini, and there comes the under the neck shot, not quite making the contact now. Brookshire on the move again, and as I say, for me, one of the strongest players out there it is now afternoon. The man with the number 4 in his shirt, Hero del Carril. Been absolutely phenomenal. He's been all over the place. He scored some incredible goals. Let's have a little look here. Well, he scored 6. He scored a hat-trick in chucker number 4. Twice he hit the target in chucker number 1 and once in number 2. So absolutely top-level stuff here. But we are a little bit spoilt, Dale, because this is the highest level of polo played anywhere in the world outside of Argentina.
Yeah, you said it, Nate. They are representing the World Polo League at a high level. Here's Polito one more time, and every time he's taking the ball from the 100, 120 in, he's scored goals. He's going to go for one more, and working very well, the Brookshire team. They'll be happy with their game plan today. Let's see if the Pampa Norte Biotricity team can answer back here on the bowl-in. 3-goal lead, and this is just a great approach shot here. He's got about 10 yards there on Pedro Falabella. I saw Pedro during the shootout in 12-goal yesterday. Yeah, I told him he loved his helmet. He said, thank you for all the we talk a lot about his helmet. Cool guy. He actually won the shootout. He won the shootout single-handedly in the 12-goal to put his team, in the semifinals. So congratulations to Pedro. And then Geronimo Obregon, he actually was second for the Dundas team to get there. They had a lot of, or actually going to go to the finals. I'm sorry. There's a big shootout yesterday in our 12-goal. Action going, though, here in the World Polo League, and it's going to be Falabella.
Turns it on the spot. Nicely done. Hammers one under the neck. Wants to keep it close. Good pick up here by Losa, Facundo Losa. Now we know how dangerous he can be once he gets a chance, but it's going to be picked up once again by Pipe Vecellino. Falabella coming in for the challenge. Yeah. And, well, he's appealing for a whistle, but...
I think a buried ball over there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we had a bit of a buried ball.
Little buried ball, and I think they're going to go to courtesy change. You get your final courtesy change today. So let's do the math. Not too far off.
No.
Three goals down. Just about 4 minutes. And remember, it takes about 28 seconds, right around there, 28 to 30. 20. Steve and I were talking about yesterday. It's like that 26 to 29, 8 seconds get back and forth. As we talk about the courtesy change being 45 seconds to about a minute. Again, remember, sometimes if the players, like at this on field 4 here, all the horses are on one end. So if they're down on the far end,
of course,
it's going to take them a good 20-plus seconds to get to the horses, the new horses. And then if you get them back on the other side, so it could extend that courtesy change a little bit in situations such as that. So that's why we're a little more lenient on where they have to get their horses, when they get their horses, at the timing, as the umpires are looking at that 45 to a minute. But you do have to keep in mind where they are actually, the horses are, and when the courtesy change is blown. If the courtesy change is blown down on the east end where all the horses are at, you can take 15 seconds to get everybody back. So just kind of a insight on that. Well, you keep around a minute. It's about 6 minutes in a game. So if you think 6 to 10 minutes extra in a game for amazing safety, higher level safety values on four-legged athletes, it's hard to replace.
It is indeed. So here we go then, the last half of Chaka number 6. And Senor Pierre is just thrilling us here with a little bit of Argentine, South American magic.
That was amazing, huh?
That was amazing indeed. And I'd like to just also remind you, because we will be having the stats coming up at the end of this game, but make sure to either join us if you can here at Grand Champions Polo Club this afternoon. But if you can't, then try and watch the action. The 4 o'clock game. It's going to be a very interesting game. But now, before we go to that, let's just see what Hereda Carril will do here. He stole the ball. He's out there all in front, all on his own. Puts that away. No mistake. Goal number 7 for Hereda del Carril.
Yeah, that's just a very smart play by number 4. He read that perfectly. Lozo had his head down when he made that turn. And that's when you usually see the steal come. Hereda del Carril, he read it just perfect. Lozo couldn't do anything, just hope for a miss there. And Del Carril picks up goal number 7. And he has been phenomenal today.
So 4 goals now, the advantage. So the old switcher, remember, Pampa Norte came in with 4 goals. It took Brookshire the better part of the first half. And then it wasn't until Chaka number 4 that they actually overtook that lead, but Pampa Norte will, like I said, they will put up a fight, and that's another nice little goal here by Facundo Losa, also picking up his 5th goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, nice give and go here from Magoo to Loza, and Loza makes it look so easy. He's nice. He's a smooth operator when the ball's in the air, too, isn't he? Look at that. Just took it out of the air, no problem. A lot of the goal players will tell you they prefer to have the ball in the air. It's just a cleaner play. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about it taking a bad hop on you, you could say, from on the field. So you won't be surprised sometimes when they do lift it up to run with it, and they're planning to do that. It's just not happening. They're that good.
So as I was saying, remember, this afternoon then, join us for Kaya Polo with a 2-0 so far here in the Founders Cup, as is Richard Mill with a 2-0. That will be coming on your screen. Now, that will be...
I'm excited about that.
Very excited about that. As I say, 4 o'clock this afternoon, CTV Sports, the place to be. And where else would you want to be on a Wednesday afternoon, Dale?
Perfect. No, I mean, a big game. And by the way, this game worked out, as I said, as these two teams on the lower part of the bracket system, just on the win-loss record, but they are playing like, look at this. Versalino's showing how he can get it done also. Everybody just moving the ball quickly. Big ball, Wakatsu's going to get a breakaway. No, Magoo.
Laprida to pick up another one here for Pampa Norte Biotricity would be nice. Laprida slightly out to the left, a little finishing touch. And again, elegance in motion. Laprida picking up his 4th. It's surprising that he scored 3 in the first, Dale, and then nothing throughout this game, and now comes back in the 6th.
Yeah, they mixed it up. Losa became the goal scorer, but just on rotation. Wakata's still getting his opportunities. Wakata's going to be dialed in come Palm Beach Open. He's ready to go. Looking good on the horses. He's in good spots. He has some good shots. He had opportunities today. And he'll go practice, get those ready to go. Looks like that's going to go ahead and take it down to the final seconds here. And so congratulations to Brookshire and Bautista Scott, filling in for Scott, Pipe, Polito, and Arrow. Congratulations. And, of course, Pampa Norte always, Wacas, Pedro, Facundo, and Magoo. And here's our final match stats. 15-13. Shots on goal, there's your difference, and that's huge. 22-13. And, well, you can do the math on that. And then the knock-ins, they had 7 knock-ins, but, I mean, with as many shots as they took, even though it was only 4 for the Brookshire team, with Biotricity only missed a goal 4 times, but a lot more shots. So throw-ins, well done, Biotricity. They won a few more, and then they committed a few more fouls, though. So they'll look at that and figure out that, get that cleaned up, and you can see how they scored 2 and 2 on the penalty shots. The shots on goal, Yan, that's been a big part. We've noticed on our stats, especially, I hope you're enjoying the stats, where the numbers don't lie, but all those shots on goal are a big part of the control part of the game, those possessions and being able to get them. And today, Brookshire did a great job again.
They did a great job, but I think compliments to both teams. It was an absolute thrilling game to watch and to enjoy. We did so. Once again, let us remind you what's coming up on your screens this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Kaya Polo versus Richard Mill.
Well, for Yan and Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports, where I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. Always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.